I know the Asian community has had a huge decline because I'm 46 years old. I remember back in the day where there were even Asian gangs in Denver. Like there was a more robust, more visible Asian community, and it feels like the Asian community has been neglected and isn't even really mentioned as much. I have a Korean woman. I think I told you this in the email. Her family's Korean and they grew up in Montbello, and they've always felt discriminated against from white people, black people, Latino people, because they were always the only Asians in Montbello. And it seems to me like the Asian community still has a strong interpersonal relationship with one another, but the Asian community has not been as visible in these last 20 years, nor spoken about. So that is my understanding, and I could be wrong, Mr. Yu, but that's what I feel like I see, and that's what I'm hearing from the Asian woman who was actually one of my campaign staff. For one, making sure that the cultural events are well supported by the city, well spoken of. We definitely need to make sure that the mayor's office is intentional about messaging that we are in support of because there's different Asian communities too. It's not just Chinese or just Korean, but all the Asian communities are included into not only my administration, which my campaign worker Willoughby, and she's very passionate about the Asian community because she's Asian and her family is Asian, but just making sure that the community is included in decision making. Making sure that the Asian businesses are well supported. I'm saying that we need a public banking system to bring more income into our city outside of our general fund to make sure that we have extra income to give to small businesses, forgivable loans, make sure that we could do more cultural events outside of those events, just trying to scrape together the money to do it themselves. So being more inclusive of the Asian community, messaging that intentionally, and making sure that Asian businesses and cultural events can thrive in this city and people see that Asians are living in Denver and are a part of our community. A federal hate crime law has been passed concerning that, and of course it will be enforced here in Denver. I'm an advocate against all racism, all sexism, all abuse, gang violence, any of that. So not only will we message and work very closely with the Asian community, because I'm not against anybody, but I'm here for people who need the mayor's office help. That's why I'm running for mayor. I'm running for mayor because just our general fund alone is $1.49 billion. The city could do a lot more to do commercials, to champion Asian businesses, to talk about if you assault someone just because they're Asian, the penalties of that. And that's what the mayor should be doing, making sure that law enforcement in the community is cognitive of what is happening to the Asian community, because I see it. There are people of color also attacking Asians, and there are people of color attacking each other, right? While the people who are setting us up to do it, they're not even in our communities. They don't even live in these communities. So as the mayor, not only will we be intentional about making sure the Asian community is heavily involved in decision-making, cultural events, messaging in my administration, running administrations, but also no hate crime on any community will be allowed, especially communities that really don't even have the numbers to defend themselves. And anybody who's not saying that, I don't think they deserve to be here, because it is happening and everyone sees it. It's not even hidden. It's happening more than it's being reported, I think. I think some Asians don't even report it. And it's not always a physical assault. If someone is not hiring you because you're Asian, that's an assault on you and your income and your family. If someone's making fun of you because you're Asian, that's an assault on you, because that's you making the decision not to be violent or not to respond back if you don't. So all of these things I'm very aware of, and whatever we have to do as mayor to make sure that the Asian community feels welcomed and safe in Denver, that's what's going to happen, or they're going to have some problems. So I'm not here to let anybody be bullied. not under my watch. I'm not here to protect the city's resources over any communities. That money doesn't belong to the mayor. It belongs to taxpayer constituents. So if we need to use those resources to make sure that the Asian community or the Latino or whatever community feels safe in this city, all communities should feel safe in this city. So you have my word that when I'm the mayor, if there's any grievances that are coming from the Asian community that are not being addressed, or any harassment of the Asian community, it will be addressed immediately, or without any forms of, well, why is this or that? It doesn't matter why. No one should have to feel in fear of their life or their safety or their integrity, because I do care about the Asian community, and I don't know what they said to you. That's their business to you guys. But I'm telling you, I recognize that also Black people are mean to Asian people. Latinos are mean to Asian people. And sometimes Asians fight each other. Same with Blacks and Latinos fight each other and all that. But the Asian community is not as represented as the African American community, which is almost 10%. We've lost numbers too. I'm a Black man. We've lost a lot of numbers. The Latino community is growing in numbers, but they're also growing in poverty. So, and then when city council passes the budget, the mayor's job is to have these departments distribute the resources and do the work, not to tell people there's not enough money. There is enough money if the mayor budgeted these monies for these particular communities. And if we did things that added more income to our city, like making Denver a 24-hour city to get more sales tax revenue and more tourism dollars and more Asians to come to our city from other cities globally to visit our Asian community here in Denver, visit our Dragon Boat Festival. We need a public banking system where we can make forgivable loans to Asian businesses, minority and women-owned businesses, which falls into the category of Asians in our city, which is one of the most distressed communities now, losing numbers. So we can do better in the city of Denver. And I don't care who you guys endorse. Just know there's a real good chance I'm going to make the runoff, and I could be the mayor of Denver, despite what you're hearing from all these well-paid politicians. They're fighting each other. They're not engaged with the Asian community. There's really a good chance I can make the runoff, and when I'm in office, Mr. You will have a friend in office and an advocate for your community. Just as a citizen of the city and the mayor, and bring my kids and my family. Like, I love the Dragon Boat Festival. Like, I love all of these events. I remember shopping at Asian stores on Federal and Alameda. Some of those stores have since gone away, you know, but definitely, I will do that for fun, Mr. You shouldn't even have to ask a mayor or a candidate if they would do that. That should be something that is part of the mayor's job, to highlight cultural events. For the Asian community has been in Denver for decades and decades. It hurts me that you even have to ask me that and say that to me, because I said that to you earlier. The mayor's office should be messaging with the Asian community about cultural events and about happenings that are going on, good or bad. So yes, I will definitely not only do welcoming videos, if that's what you guys feel. It doesn't take long to do a 1-minute welcoming video. If the mayor is too busy to do that, they're racist or they're just unconcerned, right? It doesn't make sense. Because if the president of Poland comes to town, or if the prime minister of Israel comes to town, the mayor will make time for that